ਪੀਸੀ ਚੀਮਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪੀਸੀ 24 ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਟੀਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਟੋਟਲੀ ਇੱਕ ਐਮਪਟੀ ਸਲੇਟ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਇਆ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਡਾਇਲੋਗ ਕਿੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣੀ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਤੇ ਪੱਕੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਡਾਇਲੋਗ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰਨ 'ਤੇ ਫੋਕਸਡ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਮਾਂ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਦੋਂ ਦਿਨ ਚੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਤੇ ਕਦੋਂ ਰਾਤ ਪੈ ਗਈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਮਿਟੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪੇਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅੱਜ honestly I do not have any fixed agenda talk, but I will give you a gist of what I'm going to do today. A quote is the regular feature that goes on our broadcast every day, try to create some motivation among every one of us, including myself. And then we talk about some personality for 10 seconds to maybe 10 minutes, depends how huge the personality is. Then we also take messages of our sponsors, people who support our program. They are business owners, they reach out to us and we run their business ads totally for free. We do not charge anything as at now. And then I have some idea to talk about auctioning in real estate industry that may become the reality of tomorrow. That's something I'm going to talk about. We'll talk about a charity. I have been bringing that in. Let's say, I would say there is an official charity of PC24 RETV, though there is no official thing about it, but I'm very motivated to share that charity with all my friends. And I hope that if you get moved by what they're doing, you will contribute to their funds. Now we'll talk about real estate market, where it's going, how it is going, and then we'll also talk about something about the mortgage rates. So I intend to keep today's program broadcast in English language unless my English finishes off. And I understand that most of you are able to get what I'm saying. Forgive me for any accent thing. I cannot do away with that. That's in my DNA. It will live within me forever till I go in a box. So today's quote, I have this quote to share with you. This is a quote by a famous person, and you will, if I tell you the name, you probably would know that name. It says, although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of overcoming of it. Although the world is full of sufferings, it is also full of the overcoming of it. Who could say that? Someone who has lived through that kind of life. Someone who have closely felt struggles of life, unpredictable things happened to them, and they overcame all those unpredictable things that many people will find, oh, it's the end of the world. But this person, Helen Keller, she lived through it. Helen Keller has also written a book. It is her life story. I think it's My Life Story by Helen Keller. She was an American author, political activist, lecturer. Keller is the first person to have earned a college degree despite being blind and deaf. The play and the film, The Miracle Worker, is based on Helen Keller, that shows various parts of her life that include her teacher, Anne Sullivan, who was successful in developing a language that could easily be understandable by Helen. Helen has successfully written 12 published books that also includes her autobiography. So the world is full of miseries, right? So the world is full of suffering. It is also full of overcoming of it. So Helen Keller was born on 27 June 1880 and she lived through June 1st, 1968. That was 87 years of age. And she was a very strong, staunch disability rights advocate. She earned a Bachelor of Arts degree, as I just said. So Keller's 1903 autobiography, The Story of My Life, publicized her education and life with Sullivan, the teacher, and Sullivan. It's closely details because it is her own narrative and she has written it. And because Anne Sullivan gave her a means to feel the world, to express her feelings and how it went through her life. This is an amazing story. And then The Miracle Worker was adapted by William Gibson and a film was made on that. I think if you want to motivate yourself, you must go Google it up or buy rights to see it or purchase whatever format you get online. So Keller was inducted into the Alabama Women's Hall of Fame in 1971. So why is Helen Keller so inspirational? What had happened to her? If you are not aware of this, she was daughter of Arthur Henry Keller, 1836 to 1896, about 60 years he lived. And his second wife, Catherine Edward Adam Keller, known as Kate. And she got this disease, let me find, when she was 19 months old. 19 months old. Keller had contracted an illness described by doctors as an acute congestion of the stomach and the brain. Contemporary doctors believe it might have been meningitis caused by some bacteria. I don't know what bacteria's name is. So, or possibly they give another bacteria name. So what happened? This disease left her blind and deaf. She lived, as she recalled in her autobiography, a sea of a dense fog. Just imagine, blindfold yourself, put ear plugged in your ear, try to live one day like that. Helen Keller lived through that life for a long time. When she died, she was 87 years old and has so many books written. So this is her story. And then Anne Sullivan taught her how to assert herself, how to feel, how to define things to her, and then write books. Isn't that so amazing? And then she was in political setup too. She was active politically. She became a world-renowned speaker and author. She was an advocate for people who had disabilities amidst numerous other causes. She traveled to 25 different countries giving motivational speeches about deaf people's condition. She was suffragist, pacifist, radical, socialist, birth control supporter, and opponent of Woodrow Wilson. This all data is available on Google. You can just Google up. I'm just saying because when I'm reading out to you, I also get reinforced with motivation. I get that when what I'm trying to deliver you, I also taste it. So Keller, who believed that the poor were ground down by industrial oppression, wanted children boom into poor families to have the same opportunities to succeed that she had enjoyed. She wrote, this is what she wrote: I owed my success partly to the advantages of a birth and environment. I have learned that the power to rise is not within the reach of everyone. That is so true. So this is all about Helen Keller, and I guess you would be motivated to at least Google up and then find more about her. She was awarded many awards posthumously. So read all those awards, and her works were The Frost King, The Story of My Life, The World I Live In, Out of the Dark, a series of essays on socialism, Uncle Sam is Calling, set to music by Pauline B. Story, My Religion, 1927, also called Light in My Darkness. And then there are so many things to look around, and I'm pretty confident you will walk away very knowledgeable, brilliant, and then share the same passion, the same inspiration to inspire many other people. So that's all I want to talk about a person and personality. If you have any comment to post, please do so anytime. Before we go forward, I would like to play the message of our sponsors. One sponsor who is not in that recorded message and that I strongly admire and recommend is Mr. Rakesh Joshi of Joshi Law Office, 416-213-8600. They are located close to Highway 27 and Steeles Avenue West, 6921 Steeles Avenue West, unit number 11. Call them for anything real estate closings or business laws or immigration knowledge. He has all, and he is a very humble person, talks with a lot of respect, and trust me, he meets all the timelines. So you will have a closing without any stress. Try him today and let me know how you felt about that. Please hear the messages from our friends who are business owners too, and try to give them some business. I'm pretty confident they will do a great job for you, but if for any reason you find that job was not to the level you expected, I am your guy to give a call. I will try to get that sorted out. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦਾ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਰਿਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ? ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੈਲਪ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਸੁਖੀ ਪੌਲ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਰੈਗੂਲੇਟਡ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਸਲਟੈਂਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਪਪੂਲਰ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਸਲਟੈਂਟ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਇੰਕ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਥਿਤ ਨੇ ਜੀ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 296 4575 ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਫ਼ਤਰ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 905 790 8877। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਈਮੇਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ sukhipal@popularimigration.com। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਜਾਂ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਲੈਣ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ? ਭੁਪਿੰਦਰ ਮਾਨੇ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਕਾਸਮੋਸ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ। ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਹੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਤੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਬਾਰੇ ਰਾਏ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ 647 448 6229। ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸਟਰਗਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ? ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਧਾਈ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ? ਇਹਨਾਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਲ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ ਰਵਿੰਦਰ ਧੁੱਗੀ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਛਾਣਬੀਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨੁਕਸ ਲੱਭ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫਿਕਸ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਦੱਸਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਵਧਾਉਣਗੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 416 807 7986 416 807 7986। ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਜਾਂ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ। ਕਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ, ਮੈਂ ਅਕਾਲ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਹਦਾ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਨੰਬਰ 10845 ਹੈ, ਬਤੌਰ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ। ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਦਾ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਰੀਮੈਕਸ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ। ਮੇਰਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 333 2273 ਅਤੇ 647 328 3279 ਹੈ। ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਜਾਂ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ। ਮੋਨੀਸ਼ਾ ਡਿਸਕਾਊਂਟ ਵੇਅਰ ਹਾਊਸ, ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਤਾਦਾਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਸਮਾਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਤੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦਾ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਲੋਕਲ ਸਮਾਨ ਵੀ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਡੀਲ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਟੋਰ ਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪ੍ਰਵੀਨ ਗੁਪਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ 905 361 0773 ਤੇ। ਇਹ ਡਿਸਕਾਊਂਟ ਵੇਅਰ ਹਾਊਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ 377 ਬਰਨਮਥੋਰਪ ਰੋਡ ਈਸਟ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਸੈਂਟਰਲ ਪਾਰਕਵੇ ਤੇ ਬਰਨਮਥੋਰਪ ਰੋਡ ਈਸਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਰਥ ਈਸਟ ਕਾਰਨਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਥਿਤ ਹੈ। ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਾਸਪੋਰਟ ਦੀਆਂ ਫੋਟੋਆਂ ਵੀ ਖਿਚਵਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਵੋ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 905 361 0773। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਚੰਗੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਡੀਪੀ ਜੈਨ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਡੀਪੀ ਜੈਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਧਰਤਾ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 790 93 27 905 790 9327 ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੈੱਲ ਨੰਬਰ 416 305 0080 416 305 0080। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਫ਼ਤਰ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਨੰਬਰ 6 30 ਇੰਟਰ ਮਾਡਲ ਡਰਾਈਵ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਵਿਖੇ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੈਪੂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੰਗੀ ਹੈ। ਡੀਪੀ ਜੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ ਅਤੇ ਭਰੋਸੇਯੋਗ ਅਕਾਊਂਟਿੰਗ ਦੀਆਂ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਲਾਭ ਉਠਾਓ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ PC24 RETV ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਪਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ ਨੂੰ 647 333 2273 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲਵੋ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚਾਰਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ। ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮੁਫਤ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਪਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ 647 333 2273। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ PC24 RETV ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। I'm very happy to have you back here after you listen to the message from our sponsors. So today I would like to talk a bit about a charity that is operating in India. So in order to donate, you don't have to be an Indian. If you go to their website, you would have enough ways to send the money to them. So this organization is called Serve Humanity, Serve God. Serve Humanity, Serve God. SHSD. True to their name, they are helping thousands of people every year, and they are treating people suffering from spinal injuries of C6, C7 vertebrae or any other body injury for free. So when they started this organization, it was Mr. Swaranjit Singh along with some of his friends who are influential. They have money, they have had money, they have had enough education. He is highly qualified. They have huge business, they run agriculture lands, but the devotion to help people came after he saw his mom suffering from spinal injury, and she is still bedridden after so many years. It is severe. At that time he didn't have the means to help her, but that inspired this nice Sikh gentleman from Punjab who lives close to city of Mohali and Chandigarh to think about many such people who may be suffering from the similar disease. They put together some money and then started this organization called Serve Humanity, Serve God. Swaranjit is highly influenced by the work of Bhagat Puran Singh, who ran Pingalwara, or a house for the disabled. He would bring them to that home and treat them for free, something similar to what Mother Teresa did to many human beings. He follows Bhagat Puran Singh's footsteps. Two of his friends donated huge mansions or villas in Mohali to be used as a hospital for treating those patients. Those villas could be sold for so much money, trust me on that, but they donated it to the ashram This is how we call the ashram or a place or an inn. So he has been treating people from far and wide, and he has treated so many people. And the best thing is, it is free. And at the same time, they shower plenty of love on those patients. He believes that it is not only the medication that cures someone, it is the love and affection that helps them recover faster, or let's say fastest. He showed me the video of a lady who came from hilly area, Himachal Pradesh, who at C6, C7 could not move her fingers or body, and she had huge bed sores, recovered. And this lady can open water bottles now. She can drink water herself. She can do her activities normally. She can sit up, sit down. And that was a huge progress, as was narrated by her son standing beside Swaranjit, who is the main guy, who is the, let's say, kind of president or CEO of the organization, but who is down to earth. His roots are deep in ground, and he never leaves them. He's very humble, very kind, very compassionate. I'm really moved by his passion. When I was in India, I wanted to go see him, but the closing of my plot took me more time than I had budgeted for it, and snatching away the opportunity to see them in person and do a video interview right then and there from their premises. So if you want to donate to this cause and see their videos and the work they have been doing, please visit shhsg.co.in. shhsg.co.in. There is a link to donate. You can donate if you want. If you don't want to donate, just pray that everyone who comes to their place gets cured. This is phenomenal, guys. This is phenomenal. This is bigger than you can imagine. Have a look. They meet all the guidelines of the government of India for charitable institutions. And if you're looking for receipts, I'm not sure how it works in India, but I am not even aware if those receipts are valid for your tax purposes here. But if you are someone who can donate, help them out. It's not that they're asking for it, but they would appreciate that. They are spending their own money, and in that organization, people from 18 years of age all the way up to 99 years of age, they are volunteers. And this organization, other than curing patients, has been paying the annual fee of about 320 school-going children. They help 1 or 2 persons achieve a doctor degree, MBBS, and they also build houses for free for people. Who does that in this world? This world that is so much driven by self favors. There's nothing I have seen selfless service to people. 1 or 2 exceptional people are there. Of course they are there. They will always be there. But what I'm saying, this is worth watching. Go check it out. shhsg.co.in. Let me know what you feel about it. So we will keep our dialogue going, and we want to, I made some notes while I run those commercials. It kind of gives me a break to see what I should say next. We are at 10:55 a.m. and my promise is to stay on until 11:30 a.m. from 10:30 a.m. every day, Monday to Sunday, no exceptions. So auctions are being visualized as next way of selling homes in Ontario or Canada. The government of Canada is, in its budget, it said that they want to make a home buyer's bill of rights. In the same breath, they also want to make the home purchase process very transparent. So very transparent means auctions, where bidders would know what the other person is bidding and how much. It raises some concerns. Many of you have been at auction, have experienced how the process works. Auctions are a very commonplace in Australia and New Zealand. I guess this is where this idea came from, auctions. In Ontario, there were times when people went to auctions to sell their livestock, land, along with their real estate property, like farmlands. These auctioneers are not covered under Ontario's rules and regulations that govern realtors. So there is a vulnerability, because now we are talking about huge transactions. And because these auctioneers are exempt from these rules in Ontario, real estate auction companies operate with almost no oversight. And that's a risky thing for home buyers and sellers. This is from the statement of our CEO of Ontario Real Estate Association, Tim Hodak. Says they used, like I said, they used farm auction loopholes while marketing themselves as traditional real estate brokerage and making it almost impossible to consumers to tell, making impossible for consumers to tell the difference. Oh, this is a real estate company. It's not. It wasn't. But they were so well disguised, they are so well disguised that you see someone trying to inflate the price. They are not real buyers. They are just ghosts who are there to inflate the price of someone who is highly motivated and who definitely wants that piece of land or property will go up. They can feel the pulse. So those phantom buyers, they create trouble. So under the rules realtors must follow, phantom bidding is illegal. Illegal. It's not even saying softer tone. It is illegal in a very strong sense. Trust me on that. It is very strongly prohibited. So let me go back to the article. In Australia, so auctioneering is a commonplace thing. It's more common. You can Google up. You can check. There may be some live auctions there for the properties. You may enjoy that for a few days, but then if it comes in real, then you will feel the heat of how it works. So the phantom bidding in Australia, the article says, became so frequent that the government of Australia had to step in and introduce heavy penalties, including fines up to 55,000 Australian dollars for collusive practice during auctioning of the property. So now you can imagine what may happen. It's not that people didn't do that in Ontario. I know there could be 1,000 cases where when you send an offer in, you hear from the other side, hey, I got another offer. Was there a real offer? Is there a real offer? Nobody knew that. But then Real Estate Council of Ontario made it mandatory for everyone to fill out a form that is called offer acknowledgement form, that yes, offer summary form that says the offer from this and this person has been received. Accountability was set up. So if you are writing an offer on a property and agent says they have 5 offers, you can actually call RICO. RICO will call the compliance officer of the brokerage and confirm that information for you. RICO is also going forward to bring in an app that can show you the live status on how many offers have been received It doesn't disclose the price of person's name, but just the number. So that is kind of accountability is set up in the Ontario real estate regulated real estate sector, that makes people feel confident that when they write an offer, they know, okay, I am the only one, or I am the fifth one, or I am the 20th one writing an offer. So they can see that, right? But auctioning is a totally different thing. If you're going for online auctioning, you may see user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, but can you literally see who dropped the offer, how much price they are offered? I'm not sure about that, how this is working right now. We will know that sooner as it unfolds, and if it unfolds at all. I'm not sure if people's mandate will be asked for, or it will just be thrust upon you like some dictatorship decisions. Okay, from tomorrow you can only sell your house by auction, period, no questions asked. You do not have a right. I don't really see that happening. People will be involved in one or the other way. So just keep looking. If you get an email or get a notification or see some public holding, have your say in auction of real estate, please do that. If you ever see that kind of billboard or some flyers or something you see, please check it out. Maybe when you go on realtor.ca, you may find a link there. Have your say in Ontario's real estate auction, whatever it is. So outside Manitoba, Ontario is the only province in Canada that does not have rules to protect consumers using auctions to sell property. The lack of regulation of real estate auction has other frightening implications for unsuspecting consumer, including buyers have no way of knowing if participants in it, like I just said, are really real. Most often, bidders show up only as a username to other people. If an auction goes badly, consumers have very few remedies available to them. There is no independent body to complain to and no penalties in the event a consumer feels they were treated unethically by an auction company. I am reading from the article by our CEO of ORIA, Mr. Tim Hudak. Real estate auctions companies have no obligation to protect deposit. See where it's going? Putting thousands of dollars at risk in the event the company goes bankrupt. Owners of real estate auction companies are not vetted for past criminal or fraudulent activity, which matters if they are helping to manage someone else's money or savings, as we can call. So this is what is scary thing about auctions. But isn't the mandate of the government or the regulatory bodies is to protect the consumers in a real estate transaction? It has been doing that ever since. It says the core message is this: no matter who you are or where you live or how you buy or sell a home, your provincial government will protect you against bad actors. That is the gist of how regulated real estate regulators work, right? No matter who you are or where you live or how you buy or sell a home, your provincial government will protect you against the bad actors. So this is unfortunate that when it comes to resale real estate market in Ontario, that principle is being undermined by an out-of-date exemption which some real estate auction companies are using to sidestep oversight and avoid rules aimed at protecting consumers. So auctioning was going around in 1950s. Traditional estate auctioneers were there who were exempt from having to follow Ontario's real estate rules. 1950, guys, we are in 2022. How many years apart? 72 years apart, right? If my math is correct. We need to fix this. So realtors, registrants, as RICO, Registered Council of Ontario, calls them, they have to take mandatory licensing education, pass a background check, carry insurance, follow rules that are designed to protect who? Consumers. But auctioneers are not. Auctioneers are not protected like that. The auctioneers have no, government has no control over auctioneers. So if real estate auction going to factor for buying or selling a home, things could get complicated unless everything is sorted out perfectly well. So I hope you get the message. You need to be on alert whenever you see a hoarding or a link or a flyer that have your say how real estate auction be done in Ontario. Make sure you participate in that. And I have no clue how it's going to come, what things are going to look like, but all I can say is be careful, be on the lookout, and stay alert. Keep following PC24 RE TV, and I shall be there all the time to help you navigate through the right decisions. My number to call is 647-333-2273. I'm always available for you. While I come, I would like to play this little commercial for you, and I will come back very soon. I also want to tell you about a very good law firm of Mr. Rakesh Joshi Law Office. They are located at 6921 Steeles Avenue West, unit number 11. They do all kind of closing, business laws, immigration, all the stuff, affidavits, notarizing your documentation. They do all the stuff. Give them a call today and learn more about their services at 416-213-8600. I will be back in a minute. Please stay the line. ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦਾ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਰਿਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ? ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੈਲਪ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਸੁਖੀ ਪੌਲ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਰੈਗੂਲੇਟਡ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਸਲਟੈਂਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਪਪੂਲਰ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਸਲਟੈਂਸੀ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਇੰਕ, ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਥਿਤ ਨੇ ਜੀ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647-296-4575 ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਫ਼ਤਰ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 905-790-8877। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਈਮੇਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ sukhipal@popular immigration.com। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਜਾਂ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਲੈਣ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ? ਭੁਪਿੰਦਰ ਮਾਨੇ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਕਾਸਮੋਸ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ। ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਹੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਤੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਬਾਰੇ ਰਾਏ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ 647-448-6229। ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸਟਰਗਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ? ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਧਾਈ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ? ਇਹਨਾਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਲ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ ਰਵਿੰਦਰ ਤੁੱਗੀ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਛਾਨਬੀਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨੁਕਸ ਲੱਭ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫਿਕਸ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਦੱਸਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਵਧਾਉਣਗੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 416-807-7986 416-807-7986। ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਜਾਂ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ। ਕਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ, ਮੈਂ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਹਦਾ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਨੰਬਰ 10-845 ਹੈ, ਬਤੌਰ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ। ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਦਾ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਰੀਮੈਕਸ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ। ਮੇਰਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647-333-2273 ਅਤੇ 647-328-3279 ਹੈ। ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਜਾਂ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ। ਮੋਨੀਸ਼ਾ ਡਿਸਕਾਊਂਟ ਵੇਅਰਹਾਊਸ, ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਤਾਦਾਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਸਮਾਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ, ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਤੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦਾ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਲੋਕਲ ਸਮਾਨ ਵੀ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਡੀਲ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਟੋਰ ਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪ੍ਰਵੀਨ ਗੁਪਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ 905-361-0773 ਤੇ ਇਹ ਡਿਸਕਾਊਂਟ ਵੇਅਰਹਾਊਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ 377 ਬਰਨਮਥੋਰਪ ਰੋਡ ਈਸਟ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਸੈਂਟਰਲ ਪਾਰਕਵੇ ਤੇ ਬਰਨਮਥੋਰਪ ਰੋਡ ਈਸਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਰਥ ਈਸਟ ਕਾਰਨਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਥਿਤ ਹੈ। ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਾਸਪੋਰਟ ਦੀਆਂ ਫੋਟੋਆਂ ਵੀ ਖਿਚਵਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਵੋ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 905-361-0773। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਚੰਗੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਅੱਜ ਹੀ DP ਜੈਨ, ਜੋ ਕਿ DP ਜੈਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਧਰਤਾ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 790-9327 905-790-9327 ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੈੱਲ ਨੰਬਰ 416-305-0080 416-305-0080। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਫ਼ਤਰ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਨੰਬਰ 6 30 ਇੰਟਰਮੋਡਲ ਡਰਾਈਵ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਵਿਖੇ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੈਪੂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੰਗੀ ਹੈ। ਡੀਪੀ ਜੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ ਅਤੇ ਭਰੋਸੇਯੋਗ ਅਕਾਊਂਟਿੰਗ ਦੀਆਂ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਲਾਭ ਉਠਾਓ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ PC24 RETV ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਪਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ ਨੂੰ 647 333 2273 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲਵੋ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚਾਰਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ। ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮੁਫਤ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਪਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ 647 333 2273। We're back again in our show PC24 RETV, which is designed to bring useful information that can steer your thought process and maybe help you be a better homeowner or a home buyer or an investor or anyone real estate. So we kind of bring you ready-made recipe that you just have to enjoy and nothing else. I guess if you had read the tickers going by my side, I also talked about 2 properties up for sale right now. One is in right here in Mississauga, which is an amazing property, guys, and you can never go wrong about that. 100 by 202 feet lot, regular lot, even lot. There are many lots in Mineola West which are raised and then suddenly steep down, but this lot that I'm talking about is a perfectly regular lot, and it has a huge detached home on it. This is a bungalow, but this bungalow is a 3-bedroom with a very huge open concept living, dining, kitchen, office area that you will be very proud sharing it with your friends and family. Hey, look, this is how it looks like, and this is where we spent most of the time. Bedrooms are for sleeping purposes, calm and cozy as they are. And the property has been totally upgraded around 2015. So it has been done with all city permits and regulations, bylaws. As far as my knowledge and my seller's knowledge is concerned, we do not see any issues at all. It has a circular driveway and you can park about 11 cars there. What else you need? Double car garage. And the one that is coming up in Kitchener is a very big property too, around 2,300 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathrooms, powder room on the main, and then 3 bedrooms on the second level. They are all there, beautiful, very big size bedrooms. So 2 bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms. One is 5-piece, one is 4-piece, one is a common with 2 other bedrooms. There is very much in close proximity to those beds, so you don't have to walk too much. And it is a fabulous piece of land, and the area is Huron West. So this is by Huron Road and John Fisher. I'm mixing up the road. It's close by Highway 401. So you can easily exit. My God, the street name is right in my head, but sometimes you cannot say it. But I will let you know very soon. So go check this property out. Let me know this property is going to come into our realtor.ca system in the first week of May. Right now we are in the preparation stage. I am down with the COVID infection. I have isolation till Saturday, then probably I may be able to see you a bit more of this property. But 246 Donnelly is ready to go. Go see with your agent today and check it out. It's listed for $3.4 million. We would like to see any qualified offer. So with that said, let me talk to you about how the real estate industry is moving so far. I usually bring some information from our MLS system. We call it realtor.ca, or not realtor.ca. Our inside system is totally different from how it looks to you. And as latest means 25th of April, So on till 25th of April, these were the average prices. Brampton's average price overall composite I'm talking about was $1,250,118, out of which the detached homes averaged 312 homes were sold, the detached homes, and out of them their average price for 312 detached homes in Brampton so far turned out to be $1,491,570. The maximum sold price was $5.49 million, and the minimum one was sold for $800,000. It depends on size, square footage. This report does not distinguish bedrooms, square footage, frontage. It is just a common number. So actual numbers could be way higher. If you have to compare detached 30 feet by detached 30 feet, the numbers could be very different. I will see if I can do that sometime for you. Of 1,545 sales of detached homes in Brampton, the average price came out to be $1.585 million, and here the minimum was $700,000. Can you believe that? The semis, there were 131 sales in Brampton for semi-detached homes, and average price of these 131 semi-detached homes came out to be $1,122,179.50. Oh, I just added 50 cents. But overall, there were 612 sales of semi-houses, and the average price of those 612 houses was $1,201,344. 1,201,344. Maximum price for a semi home in Brampton was $1.640 million, and minimum was $700,000. So look at this. In Caledon, the average price as on 25th April was $1.756 million. I'm removing the cents or hundreds from this report. And in Caledon, the detached homes are selling at an average price of $1.87 million, and this is an average from 74 sales so far in the month of April. But overall number of sales were 269 in Caledon, and the average price was close to $2 million, $1.973 million. The maximum price was $10 million. The minimum was $357 million. Like I said, there are all kind of detached, lots, detached, small detached, detached. So all those houses, if you go look it up, you will find the prices are way different. So you are listening to PC24RE TV. Stay with me, and I will discuss a lot more information with you. So in Caledon, the semi-detached homes sold for $1.245 million, and this is an average of 3 houses that sold in Caledon in the month of April. So what I'm seeing is the most desired homes are detached homes, right? And 32 homes sold in Caledon that were semis houses, and the average price was $1.3 million. So we are getting closer. Even those 3 listings that sold, the average price is $1.245, just 55,000 less than what the average of these 32 houses was. So we will soon be there. In Mississauga, the average composite price is $1,169,000. But if you talk about the detached homes that sold, I only see 202 sales so far in the month of April, averaging $1.746 million, or let's say $1.47 million. We can round off the last 3 small numbers. And for 940 sales in this year so far, it was $1.8 $4 million. Semis in Mississauga averaged $1,175,000, and this is from 96 sales, while 359 semis that sold this year, they averaged $1.255 million. So you can see the prices are still holding good. So these are the three municipalities in the region of Peel that I wanted to talk about, but I will just quickly share the average prices of other areas too. In East Gwillimbury, the detached homes as on 25th April, they have been selling for $1.66 million. This is an average. I'm talking about number of sales so far. I'm not singling out. And in Georgina, this is again the York region, the average price of 299 detached home sales was $1.1 million in Aurora. Aurora, you know, it is up north, right? Up north of Barrie. The detached homes, they have been averaging $1.92 million, and all the sales are also close to $1.945 million. Semis are between 1 to 1.2 mils in Aurora. In King, the detached homes are selling for an average price of $2.5 million, and this is from 14 sales, but over 103 sales, the average price was $2.81 million. There were no semi sales in the King city. Richmond Hill, detached home in Richmond Hill was $2.015 million, more or less consistent, and semis were selling for $1.37 million, guys. Tell me the market has softened. Richmond Hill, the detached homes averaging $2 million. Markham is detached homes are close to $2 million. It's $1.95 to $2.039 million. And New Market detached homes are selling for $1.42 million to $1.5 million, while semis are selling for $1.1 million to $1.15 million. If you want to know about the price of your area, please give me a call. So I have lots of data available, because data is what makes us confident when we write an offer. And I'm very happy that we are seeing more and more people trying to rely on comparison, and that's how it should be, because more comparative analysis helps make buyers make right decision. So I would like to talk about Ontario's proposal in one quick minute, and it says Ontario Real Estate Association has done a research, and they want government to give some credit to people who adopt green homes setup. Like, they do everything that helps them. So Ontario has proposed certain things to the government, which include creating a new home renovation tax credit. The people who want to improve their homes, they should be given some kind of credit. So this credit should apply to houses built before 2010 and include an income cap to help focus on improving existing middle class homes. And they also want to introduce own bill financing called OBF for building envelope improvement. So this basically means they should work with their energy sectors, stakeholders, to offer own bill financing. Means any upfront cost that you are supposed to pay should be payable in some kind of lenient installment. This will help better your homes, and also this will help reduce emissions, create high-skilled construction jobs, improve energy efficiency, lower household energy bills, and does not require a new spending line in government budget. It's just going to help people. And they also propose that there should be new flood mapping for home flood protections. Outdated ones should be discarded. We are facing a huge climate change, and one of the worst effects of climate change is flooding. We have seen in BC flooding caused wreck in those areas of British Columbia. People were rendered homeless. They ran. They have to leave their belongings in houses, and it is so difficult. So these are some proposals Ontario Real Estate Association is trying to bring for you and request government that they should help people like you, because the lesser greenhouse gases are there, the more efficient homes are, the more money people save in their pockets, and this is how Ontario homeowners can thrive, be better, and all that. So we are facing inflation highs. We are expecting the prices to the mortgage prices to go higher, and there's no brainer to that, because inflation is going to drive prices up. We are expecting a big change on June 1st. So guys, be ready if you are looking. And before I leave, good news and confusing news that there has been a survey done by Capital Economics, not survey done, it's a report from Capital Economics, which predicts the home prices could fall by 25%. Really, they said the same thing when COVID started. And look at where we are. We are 50% or more in prices during COVID or to date. But there's another Oxford Economics, they predict 24% decline. All the good luck to you guys who are expecting that kind of drop, but I will again say that the time to buy a house is today, right? The time to sell your house is today. Tomorrow never comes, and you shouldn't even be focusing on tomorrow. With that said, I think it is time for me to take your leave, and I wanted to say this thing to all of you as I leave this stage for today, and that is, if newcomers were born in your home, if you have a newborn in your home, please accept heartiest congratulations from Paul Cheema and PC24 RETV's team. And life is not about happiness alone. Other things also come along with it. Challenges and death also a part of our living. So from birth to death, it is a one-way road. There may be small U-turns. Initially, I used to say there were no U-turns, but I've seen those near-death experiences, let's call them as smaller U-turns, correction on the part of God's government. But death is imminent. So for those people whose loved ones left this world today, please know that PC24 and Paul Cheema are praying for you, and we also pray to God to give you strength so you could overcome this vacuum that has been created in your life. The best way is to live with the happy moments you had with your loved ones before they said you goodbye, and enjoy your life. Do not cry, because crying is not the right way in the eyes of God. Even if those who you're grieving were here, they wouldn't have appreciated you crying. So please love them as you had loved them before, but do not lose the sight of their teaching, the way they established their legacy. It's your duty, our duty, to carry that legacy forward. With that, I will say goodbye to all of you, and if you are staying here for a minute more, please do watch our commercial. Rakesh Joshi, Joshi Law Office, they provide excellent service for register closing, business laws, immigration laws, notarization of your documentation, drafting of wills or affidavits. Give them a call at 416-213-8600. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦਾ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਰਿਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ? ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੈਲਪ ਲੈਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਸੁਖੀ ਪੌਲ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਰੈਗੂਲੇਟਡ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਸਲਟੈਂਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਪਪੂਲਰ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਸਲਟੈਂਟ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਇੰਕ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਥਿਤ ਨੇ ਜੀ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 296 4575 ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਫ਼ਤਰ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 905 790 8877। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਈਮੇਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ sukhipol@popularimigration.com। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਜਾਂ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਲੈਣ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ? ਭੁਪਿੰਦਰ ਮਾਨੇ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਕਾਸਮੋਸ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ। ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਹੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਤੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਬਾਰੇ ਰਾਏ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ 647 448 6229। ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸਟਰਗਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ? ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਧਾਈ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ? ਇਹਨਾਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਲ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ ਰਵਿੰਦਰ ਧੁੱਗੀ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਛਾਣਬੀਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨੁਕਸ ਲੱਭ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫਿਕਸ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਦੱਸਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਵਧਾਉਣਗੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 416 807 7986 416 807 7986। ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਜਾਂ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ। ਹੌਲ ਚੀਮਾ, ਮੈਂ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਹਦਾ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਨੰਬਰ 10845 ਹੈ, ਬਤੌਰ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ। ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਦਾ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਰੀਮੈਕਸ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ। ਮੇਰਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 333 2273 ਅਤੇ 647 328 3279 ਹੈ। ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਜਾਂ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ। ਮੋਨੀਸ਼ਾ ਡਿਸਕਾਊਂਟ ਵੇਅਰ ਹਾਊਸ, ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਤਾਦਾਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਸਮਾਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ, ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਤੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦਾ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਲੋਕਲ ਸਮਾਨ ਵੀ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਡੀਲ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਟੋਰ ਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪ੍ਰਵੀਨ ਗੁਪਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ 905 361 0773 ਤੇ। ਇਹ ਡਿਸਕਾਊਂਟ ਵੇਅਰ ਹਾਊਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ 377 ਬਰਨਮਥੋਰਪ ਰੋਡ ਈਸਟ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਸੈਂਟਰਲ ਪਾਰਕਵੇ ਤੇ ਬਰਨਮਥੋਰਪ ਰੋਡ ਈਸਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਰਥ ਈਸਟ ਕਾਰਨਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਥਿਤ ਹੈ। ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਾਸਪੋਰਟ ਦੀਆਂ ਫੋਟੋਆਂ ਵੀ ਖਿਚਵਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਵੋ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 905 361 0773। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਚੰਗੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਡੀਪੀ ਜੈਨ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਡੀਪੀ ਜੈਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਧਰਤਾ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 790 9327 905 790 9327 ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸੈੱਲ ਨੰਬਰ 416 305 0080 416 305 0080। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਫ਼ਤਰ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਨੰਬਰ 6 30 ਇੰਟਰਮੋਡਲ ਡਰਾਈਵ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ ਵਿਖੇ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੈਪੂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੰਗੀ ਹੈ। ਡੀਪੀ ਜੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ ਅਤੇ ਭਰੋਸੇਯੋਗ ਅਕਾਊਂਟਿੰਗ ਦੀਆਂ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਲਾਭ ਉਠਾਓ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ PC24 RETV ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਹੌਲ ਚੀਮਾ ਨੂੰ 647 333 2273 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲਵੋ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚਾਰਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ। ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮੁਫਤ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਹੌਲ ਚੀਮਾ 647 333 2273।